So for those of you that don't know Travel Leaders Group, we're a global travel company with a collection of wholly owned agencies and member travel service stores that work together to create unique experiences for today's travelers. And even if you don't know the name Travel Leaders Group, I hope you know some of our brands. Like Pro Travel, a New York-based company that's been the top agency producer for Virtuoso for 14 years running. We have Alltour, the largest American Express travel representative network agency, and Zell Travel, a world-renowned New York agency that's been specializing in VIP and corporate travel for over 50 years. You may have heard of Andrew Harper Travel. Its collection of unique boutique and uber luxury hotels with curated itineraries and unique experiences. There are several Andrew Harper hotels that reside in the various Caribbean islands. And then there's Travel Leaders Network, the largest travel agency network in North America with over 6,000 franchise and consortium member locations in US and Canada. And Nexion, the largest host agency in US, Canada, and Mexico. We have considerable presence in the UK, Zell Travel, Pro Travel, Colette's, and Barhead Travel. Overall, our group comprises over 52,000 travel agents, 10,000 in owned agencies, and about 42,000 in our network. Combined, we're one of the largest cruise, land vacation, and luxury sellers in North America and the UK. With our massive size and scope, you can imagine we have keen interest and dependency on the health and stability of Caribbean tourism. In the aftermath of the 2017 hurricanes, we immediately connected with Hugh to see how we could help. He shared concerns about the misperceptions in the marketplace about travel to the Caribbean. Travelers and the media were uninformed about the size, scale, and geography of the Caribbean, and in fact, many islands remained untouched. Some media stories even confused Aruba and Antigua, Barbados and Barbuda. We partner with One Caribbean Family effort, first, to get the facts out to our agency community and our travelers, and then to actively promote travel to the Caribbean. We asked our thousands of travel advisors to identify themselves as One Caribbean Family ambassadors. Through their websites, social media channels, and client communications, they shared the news that the Caribbean was open for business. We created consumer marketing materials focused on unaffected destinations and spread the word as others reopened their doors. We raised funds through our various channels to help those communities affected most. And we launched a robust consumer awareness campaign that included numerous social media tools, including this very popular video that our members posted thousands of times on their own local websites. So can we just show this video for a second? The One Caribbean Family Initiative was a great idea from your community. I admire the way you bonded together to help out the entire region, focusing on the power of tourism. By working together as an industry, destinations, suppliers, tour operators, and travel advisors, we can weather storms and lay the groundwork for greater prosperity. We believe strongly in the power of partnership, Whether the sailing is rocky or smooth, we are here for you. As we look to the future, I urge you to work closely with your travel agency partners. Look, our advisors were influencers long before social media existed. Just as there are misperceptions about the Caribbean, there are similar false impressions about travel agencies becoming less relevant. A new Focusrite survey found that travel agents are the largest distribution segment, representing 30% of total travel sales. Focusrite says travel agents sell 2/3 of all cruises and 68% of all package tours. MMGY data suggests that travel agents sell 75% of all international long-haul air travel from the United States. And CLIA, the Cruise Lines Association, says 82% of luxury cruises are sold through travel agents. You know, I was reading an article about Amazon recently and thinking how they impact and the impact they've had on retail sales in various industries. At one time, there were neighborhood bookstores all across the United States. Along came the big box booksellers, Borders, Barnes & Nobles, and others, with 10,000 books and coffee shops located in their stores. And frankly, Main Street bookstores suffered. Then this startup online bookseller called Amazon came along. You know, if you recall, long before they sold clothes and electronics, they started out by selling books and music. The big box booksellers had to adjust. They faltered and contracted. Now, let's fast forward to today. The recent news about Amazon is they are now actually opening local neighborhood stores, physical brick and mortar locations, and you guessed it, selling what? Books. You know, it's funny how the more things change, they stay the same. At the heart, this is the heart of it, that people like doing business with people. And for certain purchases, they appreciate having that personal relationship. Relationships still matter in our business. They're the essence of an expert travel advisor. As the cost and complexity of travel increases, so does the value for the need of an expert guidance from a travel advisor. Look, if you're looking for a $99 hotel night in Miami, go online and book it. But for travelers who are looking for luxury cruises, destination weddings, multi-gen travel for the family, they're flocking to our advisors. Travel agents are resilient, just like your islands. A lot of people wrote them off when online booking became so popular. But travel agents bounce back and they're stronger than ever. The internet was one of the best things that ever happened to travel agents. Travel consumers, while better educated on travel choices, are overwhelmed with information and need an expert to cut through the clutter. When planning a trip, travelers are looking for cost, convenience, and customization. And to add a fourth element, they're seeking third-party validation of their choices. Focusrite recently released research that shows offline demand for trip planning is growing. The reasons? Personal service, questions not answered on websites, validation of preferences, and a desire for more experiential travel. Especially for Americans, vacation time is precious, and no one wants to waste it, so they are turning to experts. Travel advisors have always been popular with baby boomers, but you'll be surprised to find that millennials love travel agents too. 39% of millennial travelers, 51% of millennial families said they plan to use a travel agent. There's two reasons for this surprising news: trust and time. Millennials grew up with the internet, and they know not to trust everything they see. So they go straight to the experts they can trust. Travel agents who can find them that perfect Caribbean beach to take those Instagram photos on. Another factor is time. It's become the commodity for this generation. It used to be fun to sit up at midnight and search through 20 websites to find the best deal. But now millennials have demanding careers, families, children. They're too busy. They would much rather have an expert guide them. Travel agents also bring a lot of value to the transaction. On average, travelers who use agents spend more overnights at the destination than those who do not. Their average daily spend is 60% higher than people who don't use a travel agent. That's because travel agents sell up better than anyone. Ask any cruise line executive who sells the top of the ship, and the answer will be travel advisors. In fact, this past week at the Skift Global Conference in New York, the president of Carnival Cruise Corporation said, "A great travel agent is more valuable than they've ever been," referencing the complexity of sorting through various cruise lines, cruise ships, itineraries, and cabin choices. What does this mean for you and your islands? Travel agents are more valuable than ever in helping guide their clients through the information overload and hashtag fake news that dominates our society today. They've earned the trust of their clients and exposed them to the undiscovered wonders of the Caribbean. Travel advisors are also the largest group of influencers and advocates. Look, long before 12-year-old kid sensations were YouTube stars and million-follower Instagram accounts, travel agents were and are your underground network of trusted experts in big cities and small towns all across the United States. At Travel Agents, we have more locations than KFC or Walmart. We are your boots on the ground. So the next time a weather event blows through and the press is showing nothing but devastation on TV 24/7, it'll be your travel agent partners who are calming the fears of already booked travelers, assuring future customers that the Caribbean is open for business. Please make sure your communication strategy includes us. Over-tourism has been an increasing concern in the industry recently. We work closely with destinations all over the globe to share the concern that our customers' expectation compared with the actual experience in many iconic historic sites is diverging. A romantic stroll on the canals of Venice is what you see in the movies, but it's a bit different when you're fighting crowds of thousands during peak season in St. Mark's Square. The Caribbean faces similar challenges. It's not that you need more customers in peak season. You need the right customers, higher yield customers who stay longer, spend more money, and more likely to return. You need better seasonal dispersal in your shoulder and off-season. Travel Leaders Group, we own 3 of the top luxury agencies in the U.S., Pro Travel, Zell Travel, and All Tour. And they service some of the highest net worth individuals in North America, celebrities, CEOs, royalty, and rock stars. How many of them do you think are searching online for lowest fares and room rates? Obviously, none of them. They want exclusivity, privacy, and access, and that's what our advisors deliver them. These luxury travelers don't want to call an 800 number and hear a robotic voice, "Your call is important to us, please hold for 40 minutes. They want a personal cell phone number of an experienced travel professional who will treat them with white glove service. They have special requests and are willing to pay for them. Special meals prepared by celebrity chefs, someone to pack and unpack their clothing, VIP access to areas generally not open to the public. Our luxury travel advisors take the approach that nothing is impossible and excel at fulfilling their clients' dreams every single day. We hear about the growth of authentic and experiential travel. Travelers want to immerse themselves in the culture of a place, or go off the beaten path, or share one-of-a-kind experiences with their loved ones. This is what your islands do better than anyone. Our agents can work with local operators to get special access that no one can get on their own. Adding special guides, such as conservationists, historians, or marine biologists, or an opportunity to visit a local school or have an up-close encounter with wildlife. Targeting luxury travelers also helps diversify your base of travelers. They're less affected by economic downturn, spend more on shopping and dining. You need fewer visitors to have the same positive economic impact. You have something very special here. Even to the most well-traveled clientele, there's a mystique about your islands in the Caribbean. When I say I'm going to Curacao or I'm going to Bonaire, you see the reaction from people. They want to come here. We need to preserve what is special about the Caribbean. And one solution is to work together to address overcrowding and over-tourism. One way to do that is by attracting higher spending travelers rather than focusing only on volume. Another way to expose the seasonal and road less traveled destinations. Hey, look, I'm sure Atlantis runs very high occupancy Christmas through spring break. But what about the other 9 months of the year and other destinations looking to grow their tourism footprint? I bet you're surprised to hear that travel agents can help with that too. We can direct travelers to shoulder seasons, new destinations, and less discovered islands. Through our sophisticated loyalty and digital marketing programs, Travel Leaders Group works together with destinations to direct demand and target travelers interested in specialty travel. Many of our Travel Leaders Network agencies specialize in the Caribbean. That means they take special training and participated in numerous visits to become first-hand experts. When you visit one of our demand generation websites, travelleaders.com, travelers can find 3,712 Caribbean specialists, 3,913 cruise specialists. When you dig deeper, you'll find 2,126 Jamaica specialists, 1,676 Bahama specialists, 888 St. Lucia specialists, and the list goes on and on. I noticed that day 2 of your conference is focused on wellness and rejuvenation. Well, last night in my room, I looked up how many wellness experts we have on travelleaders.com. Over 2,000 say they specialize in wellness travel. Experts in your destination focusing on wellness. These are the advisors who can tell your story. We develop certification programs and encourage our advisors to participate. These specialty programs help travel advisors be viewed as authorities on your destination. And our data shows those with certifications get more leads from our digital marketing programs. So for those of you that are focused on your agent certification programs, I encourage you to keep them robust, up to date, and you can't spend enough time and attention on this because you educate one agent, they become a mouthpiece for your destination. So in all my years in marketing, it's amazing how time flies when you're enjoying the work, and I've seen trends come and go. But right now, there's a few things that I think are getting strong, and I wanted to share them with you. First off, you don't have to have a multi-million-dollar budget to run a highly effective marketing campaign. Smaller campaigns can be just as effective. We have relationships with suppliers of all sizes, from Royal Caribbean to Disney to small tour operators and boutique hotels. Everyone's marketing budget is different, but when used in the right way, it gets results. Too often in travel marketing, we see a focus on price point and promotional offers. Our job as marketeers is to get the right message to the right customer at the right time.